that you are making. So thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's wonderful to know that women like you who are trying to bring enlightenment and awareness among wherever they are, whether it's students, your students, the sort of projects you are handling and trying to help them. At the same time, the people associated with you, be the parents or the women or even the men. May I know if this session is with the women only? Because in the group I could see there were men also. So can you please correct me? What is it?
Ma'am, this is specifically for women, but men are also most welcome if they want to join.
Okay, because in the group by name, if I could check, I felt there were men as well. And I'm sure when we are talking about gender equality, it would be unfair. It would be unfair if we don't include men in this sort of discussions and deliberations. How many of you are with me on this? I could see Kavita ji, I could see Sarla ji. आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे इस बारे में? सरला जी. Ji Sarla ji and Kavita ji, I'm waiting for your response.
Yes, ma'am, you are true. Hello,
What do you think? What do you think? Shouldn't men be the part of these sort of deliberations when we're talking about gender equality?
Yes, they are.
Okay, first of all, before I, in fact, begin formally, I would like to wish each one of you a happy Women's Day, and may the women all across the world be blessed with good health, good education, and recognition in their own areas, and may all of their dreams come true. With this, if we begin the session, सस्टेनेबिलिटी. बाय द वे, लैंग्वेज आप इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल हैं या आप लाइक बाइलिंगुअल प्रेफर करेंगे?
Ma'am, let it be bilingual. Yes.
Okay. And Kalpana, please do help me if you feel that I'm going किसी particular language में particularly, because you know your audience as such. And please feel free. आप में से आपका most welcome है. Please feel free to come in. Feel free to share your views. Because yesterday जब कल्पना से मेरी बात हो रही थी तो हम यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि webinars बहुत हैं, sessions बहुत हैं. But what actually is the take home thing for the audience or the people who are reaching out to attend or who are seeking something? If you are here, definitely you're here either maybe because of the personal equation and relationship with Kalpana ji, or there is something you would like to say, you want to share, or you would like to know. Definitely there's always a quest, and I think that's the most healthiest approach. Right? So Kavita ji and Sarla ji, now Arushi, Sapra ji have also joined us. I would really appreciate if you all can please keep your cameras on. It will make the session more interactive, because that was the key for this present session. Kalpana ji, you could just intervene if you feel, because I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, yeah, sure, definitely. Ma'am, you continue. Yes, I would request all the participants once again to please switch on your camera so that we can interact better.
Yeah, and would you like to wait for a few minutes as such, rather than we go?
No, we can start. Yes, we can. Yeah, we can start. Yes.
Because I thought just in case some more participants are expected, then let me just hold on for a minute and we could have an interaction for the moment.
I think we can start. In between, if the participants are there, they can keep on joining.
Okay, sure. Now, as Kalpa had just now mentioned, the theme of this year's Women's Day, International Women's Day, is sustainability. Two terms out of that, sustainability, and another is gender equality. Whenever we talk about gender equality, the most of us, especially women, we do understand and interpret it as the feminism angle, from the feminism angle, that women is the number. But when we talk about gender equality, I'm sure you all will agree कि जब इक्वालिटी होता है तो हम एक को पीछे छोड़ नहीं सकते, चाहे वो मेन हो चाहे विमेन हो. और जहां तक इक्वालिटी की बात है, usually the cribbing is, complaint is, scenario is that men are in the leadership role and women are usually not given the due rights and recognitions, be it family, be it at a workplace. How many of you agree with that? Can you raise your hands, or just make a comment or anything like that? Do you think so? It is so. Do we really need to celebrate any particular day, and what should be the overall intention to celebrate this particular day? I would appreciate, Kalpana, if you would like to say something, you're most welcome.
Yeah, please, I request all the participants also to be free, ताकि बहुत अच्छे से हम इंटरेक्ट कर सकें, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कुछ भी ऐसा हम ये नहीं प्रूव करना चाहते कि कोई कौन सही है कौन गलत है. इट इज जस्ट इंडिविजुअल्स opinion about the things, right? And yes, we should celebrate this day, not to show that yes we are in power, but yes to show that something is there in us. We are the strength of of maybe family or workplace, wherever we are. ठीक है, कुछ स्ट्रेंथ तो है हम में, तभी हम यहाँ पे आज इस चीज को सेलिब्रेट. अदरवाइज why men's day is not celebrated? There must be reason, na? There is no international men's day. There is only International Women's Day, which is being celebrated all over the world. So ठीक है, अगर हम इसको celebrate कर रहे हैं, this is not just to show कि men's are inferior to us. It is just to show कि yes we also equally stand, क्योंकि जो एक history में हम एक पढ़ते आए हैं, तो हिस्ट्री को अगर हम देखें तो विमेन्स को बहुत अच्छी नजर से या वो जगह नहीं दी जाती थी. सती सिस्टम वाज देयर, then girl child marriage was there. So those things obviously we have to remove from the society. That's all.
Thank you so much, Kalpana, for bringing the very point that why Men's Day is not celebrated. I was about to ask that if you are aware of where Men's Day is being celebrated. Anyone? Do you ever in the family, your children, or did it ever strike to you that okay, we are celebrating Children's Day, we are celebrating Mother's Day, Father's Day, Men's Day? How many of you are aware of any Men's Day being celebrated, or are we celebrating it? You know what, why I asked this question? See, being a psychologist, I would not be preaching about the theories or the idle sort of statements people do pass on. My intention is to interact with you, and at the end of the session, I would like you to take home जहाँ पे आपके साथ एक इंडिपेंडेंट सोच हो. किसी ने कहा कि औरतों को दबाया जाता है तो हम इसलिए इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे मनाते हैं, या ठीक है, ये तो एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट पासिंग ऑन होता है ना, एक्सपीरियंसेस आर देयर डेफिनेटली, बट एट द सेम टाइम वी स्टार्ट फॉलोइंग व्हाट इज बीइंग स्टेटेड टाइम एंड अगेन. मेरा आप सबसे ये अनुरोध है, 1 मिनट के लिए रुक के जरा थोड़ा सोचिए, आपका खुद का ओरिजिनली आपका क्या विचार है इस बारे में. व्हाट इज द स्टेट ऑफ वुमेन एंड व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सेलिब्रेटिंग दिस इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, जो थीम है इस ईयर की 2022 इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे की थीम है जेंडर इक्वालिटी टुडे फॉर अ सस्टेनेबल टुमारो. आज जेंडर इक्वालिटी की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, ताकि कल जो है वो हमारा सस्टेनेबल हो. इससे आप क्या समझते हैं, आपके इस बारे में क्या विचार है, क्या सोच है, क्या ओपिनियन है. एंड मैं सच में चाहूंगी आप सिस्टम के सामने बैठी हैं या साथ में कुछ और कर रहे हैं, 1 मिनट के लिए इस बारे में जरूर सोचिए, अदरवाइज ये सेशन ऐसा ही सेशन होगा जहां पे आप गए, थोड़ा सा सुना एंड ना हम सोच पाए, ना हम उसके ऊपर एक मंथन कर पाए। जो किसी ने बताया वो हम सुन के या तो अडॉप्ट कर लिया या हम उसके अगेंस्ट हो गए। और मैं नहीं चाहूंगी कि आप में से कोई भी किसी, इंक्लूडिंग मेरी सोच को लेके एज इट इज जाए। मैं चाहूंगी आप उस सोच के ऊपर सोचें, उसे समझें, और आपके खुद के क्या विचार हैं वो आप अच्छे से डेलिब्रेट कर पाए, कॉन्क्रिटाइज कर पाए एंड कॉन्फिडेंटली कैन हैव योर ओन स्टैंड। Anyone, any comments from any one of you? Okay. आप में से कितने लोग वर्किंग हैं? They can unmute. Kalpana, are they able to unmute themselves?
Yeah, I have given all the rights. Yes.
Okay, but I think nobody is interested at the moment.
Yeah, Kavita ji, she is saying ki working.
Okay, I appreciate Kavita ji. Thank you so much for your participation, active participation. Because when I conduct any sort of interaction and session, my whole idea is let it be at the emotional and thinking level. If you're not able to think, or if it's not able to feel anything about it, believe you me, we are wasting our time. If you're attending any session of the sort, that's what I would say. So yeah, and जब हम बात करते हैं घर पे, हम सबका एक जनरल एक्सपीरियंस रहा है अपनी फैमिली में देख के, चाहे वो हमारे सीनियर्स हों, पेरेंट्स हों, or across the generation, last 2 generations if we see, we'll find हमारी grandmothers, हमारी mothers, they'll be talking about हमारे ज़माने में ऐसा होता था. There was a time when women used to and were allowed to eat only after men have finished their meals. And there used to be some ads also on Doordarshan where there sort of discriminations were, it was against discrimination where in the villages or in the families, women, mothers themselves were serving the male child, more quantity of food as compared to the girl child, right? And as a woman, you would know there was something going on in one of the I don't know, it was some ad or what, where that lady was talking about, you know what, if anybody in the family needs to need food or anything, we women can cook at any time. But if at all the woman who is cooking is hungry and there are 1 or 2 chapati less also, she will not knead the dough. वो खुद अपने लिए आटा अलग से नहीं गूंदेगी, so this have come in our psyche in a way, keeping ourselves secondary. There's some, okay, loving the family, loving the husband, loving children, definitely it's very integral to any woman. But how about self love? ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जो आपके पास होता है आप वही दे पाते हैं, अदरवाइज क्या, आपके अंदर जो आप प्यार दे रहे हैं, जो आप केयर दे रहे हैं, एक टाइम के बाद एक एक्सर्शन, एक थकावट, इमोशनल टर्मोइल शुरू हो जाता है, कंप्लेंट्स, आप कहें ना, मुंह से ना कहें, मन में कड़वाहटें पलनी शुरू हो जाती हैं. आप में से कितने लोगों ने ऐसा देखा होगा कि जब आप बहुत दिल से केयर करती हैं, बहुत मन से कुछ चीज करते हैं, लेकिन अगर आपको अकॉर्डिंगली कोई रिस्पॉन्स ना मिले या फिर एप्रिसिएशन ना मिले, तो एक टाइम के बाद कहीं पे मन में एक कड़वाहट शुरू हो जाती है. आपने कभी महसूस किया है या एक्नॉलेज किया है? महसूस किया है लेकिन उसको दरकिनार कर दिया है, कभी उस चीज को आप एक्नॉलेज कर पाए हैं? कल्पना, आपका क्या कहना है इस बारे में? आप जब इंटरेक्ट करते हैं अपनी फ्रेंड्स के साथ या तो
या समटाइम्स ये बहुत बार होता है कि एप्रिसिएशन बहुत कम लोगों से मिलता है, मिलता जरूर है बट उनकी रेशियो बहुत कम होती है. ज्यादातर आपको ऐसे लोग ही मिलते हैं जिनके हमेशा कंप्लेंट्स होती हैं या देयर इज सम कंपटीशन फीलिंग कि आप ऐसा कर रहे हो तो हम भी ऐसा कर रहे हैं, मतलब ये चीज तो होती है. दिस इज हैपनिंग.
एंड हाउ डज इट गो? अब मैं आपको बताऊं कल्पना, इसमें से अभी बहुत कम लोग ज्वाइन किए हैं, लेकिन जो भी लोग हैं आपको पता उनके मन में एक डायलॉग आ रहा होगा, क्या एप्रिसिएशन के लिए थोड़े ना मैंने किया था, आई डोंट डू इट फॉर एप्रिसिएशन। बट अगर हम अपने अंदर झांके एक टाइम के बाद, कहीं ना कहीं चाहे जस्ट अ पिंच ऑफ एक कड़वाहट, अलगाव या एक थकावट, when we start giving up, वो जरूर होता है। मैंने ये नहीं कह रही हूं कि हर किसी के साथ हर वक्त होता है, लेकिन हम सभी के साथ कभी ना कभी जरूर होता है। और जब हम बात करते हैं जेंडर इक्वालिटी की, मेरा मानना ये है कि हम विमेन, हम औरतें अगर बैठ के उसके ऊपर कितना भी विचार विमर्श कर लें, जब तक हम आर काउंटर पार्ट्स मेन को इंक्लूड नहीं करेंगे, because ultimately it's their perspective as well which is making the differentiation, all the differentiation. So jab tak men would not be included in the deliberations, believe me, whether it's at home or whether it's at work, whether it's policy making or whether it's law enforcement, the true equality could never be attained all alone. Yes, we need to get aware of the rights women have. We need to know who we are, how do we feel, and what exactly do we want. We need to discover that. इससे होगा क्या? Self confidence. Without being demanding, you could exert your assertiveness. बिकॉज इक्वालिटी कुछ ऐसी चीज, ऐसी कोई डिश नहीं है जिसको कोई भी आपको एक प्लेटर में लाके सर्व कर सकता है ना। उसके लिए माइंडसेट, सबसे पहले हम खुद को किस तरह से देखते हैं। आप सबने अगर लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन पढ़ा हो, आई मीन आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू डिटेल्स ऑफ इट, बट अल्टीमेटली क्या होता है, द वे वी फील अबाउट आवरसेल्व्स, हम अपने लिए कैसा महसूस करते हैं, अपने आप को कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं, अकॉर्डिंगली अदर पीपल विल डू सो। अगर आप खुद अपनी चॉइसेस के लिए कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हैं, अगर आप खुद अपनी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते, अपने आप को सेकेंडरी रखते हैं, इफ यू डोंट लव योरसेल्फ, हु एल्स वुड? हाउ कुड वी एक्सपेक्ट दैट एवरीबडी एल्स, बिकॉज मैं बहुत केयर करती हूँ, मैं बहुत इतना डिप्रिवेशन में रहते हुए भी सबके लिए कुछ ना कुछ करती हूँ, तो यू विल बी टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड आफ्टर अ व्हाइल, बिकॉज आप खुद अपनी कद्र नहीं करते हैं। तो इसलिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हम इस इक्वालिटी के मतलब को सही मायनों में समझ पाएं, बजाय कि जो पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा और दैट एज अ सेवियर वाला फीलिंग के साथ जिस तरह से इसको समझा जाता है। अभी एग्जाम्पल शेयर करूं, कल्पना, रिसेंटली व्हाट हैपेंड, देयर वाज अ मीटिंग, it was Modi Care, some group people meeting, and the people who got some sort of achievements, you know what they were sharing, especially the women, they came up with a dialogue कि शादी हुआ, पहले मैं जॉब करती थी, शादी हुआ, ठीक है, बच्चे हुए, फिर अपने सपने और अपनी प्रेफरेंसेस सब बैक सीट पे चले गए। After having children and all, that becomes a priority, then becomes the husband thing, that becomes a priority, and women, their own interests, their own education, their own dreams, or even self care takes a back seat. एग्री करते हैं आप इस बात के साथ? एटलीस्ट रिलेट कर पा रहे हैं कहीं पे?
Yes.
And after that there was a man who was talking about कि अभी जैसे उन्होंने, आई मीन रेफरिंग टू दैट वुमेन्स थिंग, मैंने भी सोचा कि अब तो फैमिली है, जब इंडिविजुअल एज इंडिविजुअल थे, इंडिपेंडेंट थे, फिर फैमिली प्रायोरिटी हो जाती है हमारे लिए। यू नो व्हाट, एट दैट वेरी पॉइंट it gave me a food for thought. By nature, that nature, not just our personality type, women are more expressive generally. I'm not saying, but generally women are more expressive, men are not. or not that much at least. Now, when we say that I left my dreams, I left my career, I left my own thing, have you ever given it a thought? Men who start taking care of their family, for them, children become priority, then wife become priority, and in terms of preferences or the day-to-day needs, even if we talk about that generally, okay, there are men who forget themselves, or just get into this vicious cycle of just earning, being the breadwinner of the family. Today when we talk about कि हम औरतें कंधों से कंधा मिला के जो है काम करते हैं, equal pay की भी हम बात करते हैं, that's very genuine sort of an approach. Definitely same sort of work, same sort of pay scale should be there which थोड़ा बहुत कहीं ना कहीं लीगली भी चीजों में आने लगा है, लेकिन at the same time the expression which we have, the sympathy which we have for the women, that okay they are being deprived और now उनका priorities change हो गया है, कभी क्या अभी जो 6 लोग हम यहाँ पे हैं, आपने कभी सोचा कि हाँ, how does it impact men's life? मैं ये बार बार लेके आ रही हूँ men again, because we're talking about equality. As we say, give respect, get respect. जब तक आप दूसरे को समझना नहीं चाहेंगे, दूसरे को importance नहीं देना चाहेंगे, not at the cost of your own self, mind it. That's what usually is happening, and that's the reason of the discrimination altogether. So what I'm talking about is, जब तक हम equality का perspective ही नहीं रखेंगे, तो who will come along with us in a respectful way? And unless we are really able to convince men for it or take men alongside, women empowerment or gender equality would be a dream for sure. आप में से कोई ये शेयर करना चाहेगा कि how do you take care of gender equality at home?
मैं बोल सकता हूँ मैम?
You're most welcome, sir, and I'm so pleased to see a men over there, Sarlaji and Mr. Tanuja, right?
Yeah.
Very good afternoon. Yes,
Yeah,
such a pleasure, surprise to have you there, and thank you so much for switching on your camera. Yes, sir. Over to you.
I was listening to all of your talks, and because I couldn't share the screen, and I had to seek your permission. That's why I thought that I should. See, question is, why did a need for a Women's Day arise? क्यों हुआ? कुछ तो कारण रहा होगा ना, कि उन पे atrocities होती थी, grudges थी, always scapegoat बनाया जाता है, उनको recognition नहीं मिलती, complaints हैं, उनके faults ढूंढे जाते हैं, और non humanitarian ground उनको treatment होता है. अब question होता है equality. मैं तो ये कहता हूँ इक्वलिटी किस बात की, जब उन दोनों में क्या कमी है? वेयर आर विमेन लेस? कहाँ है? पायलट हैं, बीएसएफ में हैं, सीएज हैं, लॉयर्स हैं, हाउसवाइफ्स उनसे बढ़िया नहीं हो सकती. तो क्वेश्चन ये होता है कि ऐसा क्वेश्चन ही क्यों हो कि विमेन जो हैं दे आर लेस? नो, हाँ 19-21 का गैप जरूर हो जाता है, बिकॉज थोड़ा सा ड्यूटीज एंड राइट्स में थोड़ा सा फर्क पड़ जाता है. लेकिन मैंने अपनी लाइफ में, मैं आई एम 66, सो मैंने अपनी लाइफ में इतने देखे हैं, दोनों हस्बैंड वाइफ काम करते हैं, शाम को 5 बजे आए, हस्बैंड चेयर पे बैठ जाता है, जा भी चाय बना ला. वाई? अरे भाई वो भी तो 9 से 5 काम करके आई है, देखो ना. तो तुम मतलब या तो तुम ये कहो भी उसके साथ शेयर करो. एंड मे बी प्लीज करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग. क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाई शुड शी ओनली बी मेड टू वर्क? और उसको सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट दीजिए ना, उसकी ऑनर करिए, उसको देखिए, फिर आप देखिए आउटपुट क्या निकलती है. आप उसको सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट देंगे, उसकी डिवोशंस की कदर करें, और मेरी बेटी उसकी बेटी, मेरी बेटी उसकी बेटी तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना. ये भी तो होना चाहिए. जब दोनों वर्किंग हैं तो सेक्रीफाइस तो दोनों कर रहे हैं, रिकॉग्निशन भी दोनों की होनी चाहिए. To up till here, then I'll share something.
Thank you so much, Tanuja ji. I really appreciate your input, and you brought the energy into the system. Otherwise, you know what? The session is supposed to be interactive session, and there was no interaction happening. I really appreciate the perspective and having a man. So, आज आप ईद का चांद है पूरे सेशन में, I guess so. Ladies, can we give him a big round of applause, please, for his participation? Yes. सनेजा जी, आपने बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट पर्सपेक्टिव जो है वो उसकी तरफ ध्यान आकर्षित किया है हम सबका. वेरी राइटली सेड. पहली बात, एक विमेन डे की जरूरत क्यों है, राइट? और दूसरा पार्ट इसका जो आपने बहुत ब्यूटीफुली एक्सप्रेस किया कि इक्वालिटी की, किस तरह की इक्वालिटी की जरूरत है, राइट? व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इक्वालिटी, क्या कोई भी इंसान इक्वल है किसी भी मायने में? क्या भाई बहन या सिस्टर्स या ब्रदर जो एक ही फैमिली में, सेम एनवायरनमेंट में पले बड़े हैं, सेम पेरेंट्स के जेनेटिक स्ट्रक्चर से करके आए हैं, क्या वो सेम है अपनी अप्रोच में, सोच में? दो बहनें क्या सेम है फिजिकली, मेंटली, इमोशनली? नहीं है, राइट? इक्वालिटी की जब हम बात करते हैं विमेन्स में, equality of what? Being a woman is beautiful. Being a man is beautiful. I mean, these are two creatures, or gender specific roles जो एशियन टाइम पे पहले होता था. maybe how the men women role got divided. That is a different aspect. Right now what I'm trying to say is कि दोनों की अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं, फिजिकल भी, इमोशनल भी. तो इक्वालिटी की अगर हम बात करें, that actually would be quite a sort of paradigm which cannot be. Whatever strength women are having, how could that men compete with? Or whatever strength men is having, how could women? But you know what? Equality of what? Equality of not of nature, equality of opportunities. There should be equality of opportunities, whether it's a job thing, whether it's nourishment, whether it's a right to be healthy, right? So when we're talking about equality, this is to talk about that equality. When men and women both are working IT, there is not any sort of physical, usually, which is generally something like that. Now, there are women who are into bodybuilding and who are quite strong, but definitely we are not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about the general perspective and the way it have passed on to us across the generations, right? It's not changing the world in one day. But equality की जब हम बात करते हैं, this is to raise the awareness about the rights, the right kind of treatment, and equality of opportunities. Just because somebody is a woman, why their opportunity should be snatched away? Give them the opportunity, let them explore their potential if they have potential, as you rightly said. Air Force में है, medicine में, हर जगह पे field में है. Earlier there were certain fields where women were not included because of the physical foundations or other sort of thing, but now they are there. So when we talk about equality, it's all about how I understand it, how I would like to convey it, is equality of opportunities. Just because of the gender, there should not be a bias. Snatching away somebody's opportunity and not even letting them explore. Mrs. Tanuja, are you with me on this?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
जी. So ये जो जब हम इक्वालिटी की बात कर रहे थे, it's not about कि आदमी औरत बन जाएंगे, औरत आदमी बन जाएंगे. No, equality is about the opportunities. And as you did mention the word humanitarian, equal treatment of respect, of care, of love, equal right to be loved. Just because somebody is male or female, it should not be the discrimination point to be loved or not loved, to be fed well or to be deprived of food. Am I right? The example which I gave earlier. So there should be equality of opportunity, nourishment, and rights in that sense. Are you with me? Anyone have any comments? Please, most welcome. You're most welcome to share your views or comments on that. At least we have to ensure कि हम जब बात कर रहे हैं तो हम एक पेज पे हैं सब लोग. And definitely it's not about कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे हूँ और psychologist हूँ तो no, I would really love to hear your perspective because that's the whole idea.
Yeah, very well rightly said, ma'am.
Right. So when we talk about equality, it is more about the opportunities. It should not be taken. And I really appreciate Tanuja ji कि ये perspective बहुत सारे लोगों के, women as well as men, के मन में होता है अरे बराबर कैसे हो सकते हैं, किस बात की equality है, right? इस तरह के डायलॉग हमें सुनने को भी मिल सकते हैं, लेकिन actually हमें समझना है कि equality हम किस paradigm में बात कर रहे हैं. What sort of equality? So when we talk about equality, it's equality of right, equality of opportunities. I could see Tanuja ji. Tanuja ji, you have any comment to make?
No, you are right. I'm just noting down the points wherever there's. I'll just have some points. I'll just
sure. And I really appreciate you brought that equality and what sort of equality point. I mean, it was very, very crucial because जब हम बात कर रहे हैं gender equality today, तो पहले इक्वालिटी किस मायनों में हमें वो मायने समझना बहुत जरूरी है ना.
अभी तो विमेन पावर ने मुझे स्क्रीन से साइड में बिठाया हुआ है.
I would love if both of you could share the screen and you could bring your chair along. Then it will be the equality, right? Equal opportunity. Okay, so definitely I think we're on the same page in terms of equality for the moment. And when we talk about the sustainability, any views, your understanding of sustainability? What is sustainability? What do you understand by sustainability?
Anyone else want to share something or comment?
No comments. No, I think I can't see so far. Kalpana, would you like to tell something about sustainability to begin with?
Yeah, sustainability, what my understanding is that if we are able to sustain today, then only we can have a better future tomorrow. अगर जैसे अगर हम बात करें, जैसे बहुत जगहों पे होता है कि गर्ल चाइल्ड उसको बिफोर बर्थ ओनली दे आर बीइंग फीटिसाइड इज किल्ड, राइट? सो आज हम कहते हैं ना कि अगर आज विमेन नहीं है तो कल भी नहीं है, बिकॉज शी हैज द ओनली पावर टू गिव बर्थ, है ना? तो अगर सस्टेनेबिलिटी आज नहीं होगी, राइट, इफ द मेन एंड द विमेन, अगर हर कोई यही चाहेगा कि मुझे लड़का ही हो, है ना, तो कल को जो है एक लड़के भी तो फिर एक स्टेज पर आकर खत्म ही हो जाएंगे ना, बिकॉज देयर इज नो वन टू गिव देम बर्थ ऑल्सो. सो दैट पॉइंट वी हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि वो चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. बट द सैड पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी इज कि मेनली वी मिडिल क्लास और द अदर क्लास दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड, बट अभी भी ये चीजें जो लोअर क्लास के हैं या जो मतलब स्टीरियोटाइप माइंड्स के लोग हैं उनके बीच में अभी भी ये चीजें हैं.
Very well indicated, Kalpana. Thank you so much for your inputs. Sustainability is a word जो आपने ज्यादातर सुना होगा, sustainable resources, right? In that form.
Yeah.
Right? मुझे sustainability का हिंदी word, sorry, I'm missing on that if you're aware of, but जो example अभी आपने दिया कल्पना, sustain.
Yes.
I think you all are aware of that. To sustain the human race, men and women both are equally responsible and both are equally needed or required. The example which you have given, Kalpana, yes, very aptly put it across. There have been time and again, especially in a couple of states, be it Haryana and other states, where there was disparity, gender disparity. The equilibrium of male and female got totally, shattered or shaken because of people preferring male child as compared to the women. Okay, I thought they wanted to say something. So yes, that is one of the aspect. But sustainability, when we talk about, it have got three dimensions. Environmental, definitely it's there, right? Economical and social. So when we talk about gender equality in a sustainable, for sustainable tomorrow, we are talking about tomorrow in a sustainable way, means including environmental ecosystem, definitely when we talk about, and this very part, the gender ratio is part of it. And another is economical and the social paradigm. Now, today when women are working as professionals or, be it any field, definitely they're adding on value and supporting the financial ecosystem of the family, financial ecosystem of the family, right? When we talk about the social paradigm, definitely in a sustainable way, when we talk about in society, uh, the involvement of men as well as women at equal level, professionally, socially, emotionally, in policy making. If it is men only or male only who are making the policies, I'm sure the policies may have a shift without involvement of women counterparts, because their perspective, their understanding, their inputs would be of vital importance. So when we talk about sustainability and in line with gender or in context to gender equality, we need to look into that this equality should be at definitely environmental or ecosystem level, the gender which we're talking about, yes. And second is financial or economical. That's where when we talk about if the same sort of job is there, there should not be disparity. There should be equality of pay scales, of opportunities, of promotion. We should not be biased or blocked by the gender identification as a male or as a female. Either way, I'm using both words because, when we say equality, yes. For example, if you say cooking, primarily was thought to be or understood as whose work? Women's work. And that's the reason men were having issues taking up that role. The example a little back अभी जो दिया गया था कि okay, even both are working and they come back home, male will prefer to sit down and the woman would be in the kitchen. But there are men, the times are changing, and there are men who are supporting their family and their women like anything. That's also happening. But yes, we're talking about all the blocks and barriers also, majorly which are there in the society. So when we talk about the ecosystem, definitely the financial growth, the job opportunities, the promotions, pay scale, this all is integral part of it. Otherwise, what will happen if the women keep succumbing to the pressure, the household work as well as the outside work or the job front as well? How well do you think a woman would be able to sustain in terms of health, emotionally, or the overall balance of the family? Definitely not for long, right? And socially, definitely our social interaction, be it our cultural things, cultural programs, be it our festivities, be it our families, how the relationship, how people associate, so many relationships there in the family. A woman which is handling, okay, the in-laws, the sister-in-laws, or friend circle, your neighbors. So everywhere the equality in terms of understanding, and also I would like to mention in social context, their respect. As a society, if a woman is alone or a woman is with a man, our social perspective changed towards them. Am I right? I'm sure when I'm mentioning that, a lot many pictures, lot many incidences and cases would be going through your head at the moment. So as a society, when we talk about a respectful approach and attitude for the women as well as men, if it is not there, definitely there will be no equality. People will not be able to treat and respect the individual. I'm using the neutral word individual respectfully. So when we talk about sustainability, it has to be multi-dimensional, not just one dimensional in terms of the this or that. If we want that tomorrow we see a healthy world around us, healthy not just in terms of physical being, but also socio-cultural, emotional well-being, financial well-being, then the gender equality need to be taken into account, need to be paid attention to. अगर हम चाहते हैं कि कल हमारा समृद्ध हो, राइट, खुशहाल हो, तो ज़रूरी है कि हम आज पे ध्यान दें और जो मल्टी डायमेंशनल अप्रोच है सस्टेनेबिलिटी की, जेंडर इक्वालिटी की जब हम बात करते हैं तो कोई भी आयाम हो, चाहे वो फाइनेंशियल हो, चाहे वो सोशल हो, चाहे वो जनरल एनवायरमेंटल एंड कल्चरल हो, तो इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज, इक्वल राइट्स, irrespective of what an individual's strengths are and potential is. Are you with me on this so far?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone would like to say anything? You have any questions? You have any challenge, or you have got any viewpoint which you would like to share and bring to our this platform, please?
I think you already have enlightened so much. Thank you, ma'am. That I think we all need to think about it, and it will take some time for everyone to think. So I would really thank you once again for joining in this and making our session very fruitful. And I guess we'll all learn from all these things. Let's have the questions in. If anyone has still, just have a वो कहते हैं ना विचार करिए, and if still you have any doubts and questions, you are most welcome. You can put it in the group, and Tanuja ma'am will definitely cater to those questions. So with this,
before we just wind this up, I would like to say one more thing. When we talk about gender equality, I would request men and women all that you both are equally crucial to bring this equality. And
Yeah.
please start from your home first. What you're telling to your daughter, please teach your son as
and
well,
also,
right? Whether these are skills or whether it is an attitude. How a man is supposed to look upon a woman, okay? This is what children learn in their early childhood. They learn
Yeah.
from their homes, right? How you have to oogle a girl, or you have to be, ensure that girls should feel safe when you're around. This is something which we need to teach from our homes and from very early childhood.
Yeah.
Men
Rather, I
as well
think
as
today, men's are to be more educated, because see, girls are by default, I'm saying, they are educated from every sector, maybe from your school, from the society, or anywhere else, right? But जो boys होते हैं उनको इतना ज्यादा ना तो कोई टोकता है और ना कोई educate करता है. Girls को तो by default किया ही जाता है. So that's why yes, both of them should be taught equally, and so that the things which we are talking of today can be seen in the future.
And actually there were certain these sort of important points which need to be worked upon for the sustainability tomorrow. But I think people are not much keen or quite busy at the moment, so I'll just leave it that. With this note, please, if you seek equality, first of all, please remember, give respect, get respect, right? Be understanding of this very phenomena and teach your children young. Equality starts from home. What you teach your children and what examples or role plays you lead with them. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So with this, we conclude our session. Ma'am, I would like aap just make a key points, 4-5 key points, if you can make it, and we can post it in the group so that the people who have not attended the session, although I'll be just posting this recording also, but just the 4-5 key points, what are the takeaways from this session? So it would be
I would
really
really appreciate people who have attended if they would like to share in the group 1 or 2 takeaways or anything of the sort. I think that would be
definitely.
quite a point.
Yeah.
If they would like to share. Thank you so much. Thank you